And hello, everyone. I'm your host, Daren, and today is Wednesday, February 15th. And of course, you are watching Open, a live program bringing the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. We want to encourage you to stay connected to us, and you can find out more about us at Twitter at BronxNet TV and Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Well, we begin with today's show with Bronx updates. A rare rat disease has left one person dead and two sick in the Grand Concourse section of the Bronx. According to the Department of Health, leptospirosis infections has been found in a 700-block radius of the concourse and is commonly spread by contact with rat urine. The health department has reported that there are typically 1 to 3 cases reported annually in the city. Symptoms include mild fever, headache, chills, vomiting, or muscle pains, among the others. The city is urging those in the Grand Concourse area to protect themselves from contact by using rubber gloves, boots, masks, and eyewear. The New York City Police Department is looking into an incident over the weekend which resulted in an officer tasering a pregnant teen. Officers from the 47th Precinct were responding to a report of someone with asthma when they came upon a fight between 17-year-old Rosario's ex-boyfriend and another man. Rosario was later tasered by an officer as she screamed in pain during the incident. A spokesperson for the department says Rosario refused to let cops in the apartment without a warrant, and when she told them she needed fresh air, she allegedly says police grabbed her. The teen is said to be 14 weeks pregnant and charged with resisting arrest, obstructing governmental administration, and disorderly conduct. Also here in our borough, nearly 200 African Muslims took to the streets of the Bronx on Monday, despite the rainy and cold weather, protesting President Trump's executive orders targeting Muslims and undocumented immigrants. This march came hours after the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirmed the arrest of 40 immigrants in the city. The march, organized by the Muslim Immigrant Coalition for Justice, started off at 170th Street in the Grand Concourse, and it went all the way to the Bronx County Courthouse. In other news, the James Monroe Eagles are celebrating this after their cheerleading team came in 7th place after competing at the National High School Cheerleading Championships in Florida. The team, which consists of students from the schools at James Monroe Educational Campus in Soundview, raised more than $30,000 to be able to compete in the junior varsity non-tumbling division. Now, this was the team's first year taking part in the event, along with 7 other schools. In other news, members of the African community came together to network at an event hosted by Face to Face Africa. Our Veronica Giti was there, and she brings us the story.
Face to Face Africa held their annual networking party sponsored by Prudential. Many came looking forward to meeting old friends and building new relationships. This year, one-on-one conversation was held giving attendees financial advice.
Prudential is really big on getting into the community, and it's face to face. That's what we want. We want to be face to face with the people because financial services is personal, and so everyone's situation is different. And so we wanted to really be here so we could meet the people, educate them, and bring them into the awareness about financial services, what we have available.
Ray, who's involved in the real estate business, says that he was able to get many tips that he will use to help grow his company.
I think the most important thing that she talked about was planning and making sure you secure something for your future. So I think a lot of the folks in the room heard what she said and agreed. A lot of the times we spend money and we manage our finances in a way that doesn't look forward. And especially with things being uncertain in the future, we have to plan, we have to make sure we manage our money right, and we have to make sure we invest back into ourselves.
Those who were first-time attendees benefited from the networking party and agreed that it was worth their while.
You know, I think your network is very, very important. That's the type of person I am. I've made a living based on my network, whether it was getting a job, whether it was putting events together, throwing parties. So I'm all about meeting people here in New York.
I feel like it's a good event to meet young professionals, people who you don't know. This is a big city, so you never know where the next African person is. It's good to interact, see where they're from, see what they do, and just make connections through that.
To find out more about Face to Face Africa and all their upcoming events, just log on to their website at facetofaceafrica.com. For BronxNet, I'm Veronica Guiti.
And thank you, Veronica. When we come back, we're going to get into a discussion about President Trump and his administration and a letter from Coretta Scott King about the new Attorney General. Stay with us. We'll come right back.